Hey, what's up? This is Sabotage Beats, and you're here with another episode of the Midi Wizard. Thanks for checking us out. Today we've got the Volca Beats. This is a drum machine, analog and PCM-based drum machine from Korg. This is a pretty cheap, inexpensive way to bring analog drum rhythm to your setup. As we've covered in other Korg Volca machines, we've got the Midi in, which is fully capable Midi in port. We've got sync as well. We've also got the power adapter. I failed to mention that on a previous video, but these all do battery or power, and they all have a built-in speaker, so they're very portable and great for use as sort of a sketch pad that you can also bring out to shows and play live. So what I've done here is I've initialized this rhythm memory patch so that we can just kind of like write a new groove. If I go here, you can choose the different parts. The LED will light up, and as you can see, it's playing. So I'll choose the kick drum, and I'll do step mode, record, and I'll just program a simple 4/4 beat. Now here you can change the settings on the kick drum. You can reduce the click of the kick drum. It's kind of like the beater head for the kick drum. In a standard kick drum, you'll have the beater head slapping against the skin, and then you'll also kind of have the base of the kick drum. So you can turn up and down. So the sound is pretty modifiable. There's also internal mods you can do with this. You can turn down the decay, so that's the length. So that sounds cool for me. I'm going to change it to the next one, which is snare, and I'll just kind of input some snares. And you can also edit the snare. This is the snappy knob. I believe this one's been modified by the previous owner of it to have more snap, whatever that means. So you can also modify the decay, modify the pitch. Then you also have the toms. Next you have the low and the high toms, so I'll program a couple. And these knobs are all recordable under the motion record. So here you can see the motion recording. And this can be turned on with the function button. You can turn on the motion recording, and then while you're recording, you can change the settings, and the settings will be remembered and repeat throughout. So here, I'll maybe program a high tom. And then next we'll get into the hi-hats. These, as you can see, the high and low pitch of the toms can be modified. The decay of the toms. And the device sounds pretty good. You know, it's analog, so you're gonna have that great kind of analog thump to it. It's a pretty nice device. I do like this device. The Volca sample is a little bit nicer because you have a little bit more PCM options, and you can load in your own PCMs. But this one has this great just analog style to it. So I'll lay in some closed hats. Actually, let me lay in the open hat first. So here's the open hat decay. And if you note, the steps that I've been laying things in are just kind of basic, like for a house groove. Depending on what kind of genre of music you like to make, you can totally make this a dubstep machine or whatever you want, whatever kind of beats that you want to pump out of this. You can pump garage out of this. You can pump dubstep, house, and even industrial. Anything that kind of has a call for a drum machine, you can use this machine for. The only thing is the sounds are kind of set, so you can't change them willy-nilly like you can with the sampler. All right, so I'm gonna plug in some closed hats. Now we'll get into the PCM stuff. So all of these, the kick, snare, low tom, high tom, hats, those are all analog. Now, analog meaning that they come from discrete circuitry that's built to make that kind of sound. The PCM is actually digital, which means it's a recorded sound that's stored in there, and then you can modify that with this part, the PCM speed. So like, for example, here's clavs. You can change this with the PCM speed. It'll tune up and down the sounds of it. Plug in some of the go-go. Kind of like a cowbell sound. Then we've got a PCM crash as well. Now, I can also do mixing the part levels, like and all these knobs can all be modified with the with the motion record. So So if you notice, I just plugged that in for the motion record, so I'll put it back into step mode and so you can record those knob twists, as I just showed you. So yeah, once again, this machine works really great to give you some analog rhythm to inject some analog rhythm into your live sets, or even in the recording studio, or just as a jam box that you can use as a sketch pad. It takes the sync, it takes the Midi, it takes the 9-volt DC that all the other Volcas are known for, and it's also got battery powered, it's got a speaker option, and every part can be mixed with the part level by switching to the part and turning it down. So you can actually use it to mute your parts, or you can use the mute button as well, but you can bring it back in, kind of just mix them. So yeah, that's it for now with the Volca Beats. It's a little bit simpler than the other Volca devices, but the sound is just as thick. In a future video, we'll cover the stutter and how that works. All right, thanks for watching. This has been the Midi Wizard YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. We'll have the link coming up for you in just a second, and thanks so much for watching.